This is sixth grade math. We're learning to solve for one-step equations. And I'm just going to go over a few things and we're going to work through this together. When you see an equation, you're going to find the variable. The variable is the letter that's representing a number. Okay, the variable changes. It's just a letter that holds the spot of where a number should go. And so we're wanting to find out what is the value of that variable. So we're going to solve for x on A. I find the variable and I ask, what is it doing to number 5? And it's multiplying. Well, when we're solving equations, we always do the opposite to cancel out. So we've been practicing adding and subtracting. When it was a positive number, we had to subtract to make it 0 to cancel out. But now that we're multiplying, the opposite of multiplying is dividing. And it's not really the opposite, it's just to undo it. Okay, so this is what we're working on today. So if I find my variable and I say it's multiplying 5, well, how can I get 5 off of x? Because I want to solve for x. So if it's multiplying, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to have to cancel this out. So if I divide by 5, I've got to do it to both sides. So I draw the line in the middle to keep it balanced on both sides. So I know this side has to look like this side. And 5 divided by 5 is 1. So that leaves me with x. 1x is going to equal 30 divided by 5. Okay? You're going to have to solve them. I'm just going to help you with the steps. I find my variable, which is y, and it's multiplying 12. How can I get 12 off of the y? It's multiplying, so I need to divide. That cancels out, so that gives me 1y is going to equal 60 divided by 12. Moving over to I find my variable. My variable is n. N is multiplying against 9. I need to cancel this out and have n all by itself. It doesn't matter if the variable is on the left or the right-hand side. I just want the variable all by itself. So if it's multiplying, I need to divide. Divide. That cancels out, and I have n. So 99 divided by 9. On O, I'll look for my variable. I see that it's multiplying 2. Let's see. This just helps keep it balanced to make sure you're doing the same thing to both sides. So A is multiplying 2. How can I get 2 off of my A so A will be by itself? If it's multiplying, you need to divide so it cancels out. But what you do to this side, you must do to the other side. So that leaves you with A equals 15 divided by 2. Yes, that's going to be a decimal. Number E. Now then, x is in fraction form, okay? But fractions only mean division. This is x divided by 3. So if I'm dividing, I need to multiply by the reciprocal. And this cancels out and still leaves me with 1x. Okay? So whatever I do to this side, I must do to this side. So I'm going to multiply by 3. And you'll find your x. N, same thing. M is being divided by 8. So to get 8 off of M, I'm going to multiply. And so we have to do this side to this side. So multiply by 8, M equals. Variables over here. It's still being divided by 6. I need to multiply since it's dividing. Multiply by the reciprocal, that cancels out. And that's going to be t. And whatever you do to this side, you must do to that side. Okay, you need to write everything down that I'm writing. Everything that I'm writing should be on your paper. Okay, u is being divided by 4. So if it's dividing, I need to multiply by the reciprocal. Cancels out. Whatever I do to this side, I must do to this side. So I'm going to multiply by 4. And you'll have u equals 9.5 times 4. H, same thing. Y is multiplying 2.5. I want to get y all by itself. I need to divide by 2.5. That cancels out. Whatever I do to this side, I must do to the other side. Leaves you with y equals. N is being divided, so if it's dividing, I need to multiply. Whatever I do to this side, I must do to this side. That crosses out, leaves you N equals 9 times 3.2. W. Q, always find your variable. Find your variable, first step. First step, find the variable. Ask what is it doing to the number? It's multiplying. So opposite of multiplying is division. Okay. D is being divided by 8. So I want to multiply. By 8 cancels out. Whatever I do to this side, I must come over and do to this side. And you'll find your answer. So it's pretty easy if you remember your rules. Okay, if you need help, you can come in the mornings. We're usually in our rooms about 7:15. Or you can even ask questions on Google Classroom. All right?